Hello students, welcome to Time classes. I hope you're all doing really well. In this session, we are going to discuss the questions based on the subtopic lines and angles. This is a subtopic from the chapter of geometry. I really hope that you're clear with all the basics from this chapter. Let us move ahead by solving all the questions one by one. Okay? Yes. So let us see. The first set of questions are from the test your basics, out of which firstly we are going to discuss the fill in the blanks based questions. Let us see the question. An angle which is 30 degree less than the right angle is dash. Now what is this question? The question asked is, what is the angle which is 30 degrees less than the right angle? Now can you tell me what is a right angle? A right angle is that whose measure is equal to 90 degrees. Okay. Now we need to find an angle which is 30 degrees less than the right angle. How will we do that? Very good. We shall subtract 30 degrees from 90 degrees. What will we get? 60 degrees. Yes. So the angle which is 30 degrees less than the right angle is 60 degrees. Is this clear to you? Okay. Right. Let us see the next question. An angle which is 50 degrees less than the straight angle is dash. Come on, tell me. You should be able to tell me this answer. The angle which is 50 degrees less than the straight angle. What is a straight angle? Very good. It is 180 degrees. Okay. 50 degrees less than 180 degrees. What is that? 180 degrees minus 50 degrees. Okay. So what is the answer? 130 degrees. Okay. So this is 130 degrees. Is this clear to you? Yes. I really hope so. Let's see the next question. An angle which is complementary to itself is dash. Come on, we have discussed this during the basics. Can you tell me the answer? An angle which is complementary to itself is dash. Now, what is an angle when added to itself gives 90 degrees? That is what we mean by complementary angles. When two angles have a sum equal to 90 degrees, then the angles are said to be complementary. Okay, that is, if we take an angle x, this is equal to its complementary, that is 90 minus x. For what value of x will this be possible? It will be possible for x is equal to 45 degrees. Yes, let us check that. 45 degrees is equal to 90 degrees minus 45 degrees. What is 90 minus 45? It is 45 degrees. Very nice. So here 45 degrees is equal to 45 degrees. Yes or no? Okay. So the angle which is complementary to itself is 45 degrees. Wasn't this easy? Yes. Let us see the next question. A line which intersects two or more lines at distinct points is called dash. Okay. If you can recall, we have already dealt with this definition during the basics. Okay, anyway, let us understand the statement and then you can tell me the answer. Okay, a line which intersects two or more lines at distinct points. Okay, so let us take two lines and it is said that there is a line which intersects both these lines at distinct points. Let us draw that line. Okay, so here if P and Q are two lines, this another line is T. What is this line T called? Very good. It is called as a transversal. We have learned this in the basics that a line which intersects two or more lines at distinct points is called a transversal. Is this clear? Yes? Okay. Let's see the next question. If L is a transversal of P and Q, a pair of corresponding angles are equal, then the lines P and Q are dash. What is given? It is given that there is a transversal L for the two lines P and Q. And it is also given that a pair of corresponding angles are equal. Then what do we know about these lines? Okay, let us first consider a pair of lines P and Q. Okay, there is another transversal. This is L. L is the transversal of P and Q. Okay, it is given that a pair of corresponding angles are equal. A pair of corresponding angles are equal. Let us take that. This is angle 1, let us say. The corresponding angle to angle 1 is this one, which is angle 2. Okay, it is given that angle 1 is equal to angle 2. Now, what can we say about these two lines? Very good. We can say that these two lines are parallel lines. Okay. It should be always remembered that whenever a pair of corresponding angles are equal, the lines are parallel lines. And whenever we have two parallel lines, a pair of corresponding angles are equal. It is the vice versa. Please remember this. Okay. Right. Let us move ahead. The next category of questions that we have are multiple choice questions. Okay, let us see the first one. Which of the following is a complementary angle to 36 degrees? Okay. Now again let us recall what do we mean by complementary angles. Complementary angles is nothing but when two angles have their sum equal to be 90 degrees, the angles are called complementary angles. Okay. Now we need to find an angle which is complementary to 36 degrees. That is, if you add some value, if you add the measure of an angle to 36 degrees, this is equal to 90 degrees. Very good. Now how can we find this measure? We can find by subtracting 36 from 90. Isn't that true? Yes. So 90 degrees minus 36 degrees. So how much do we get? Let us subtract. Okay. 90 minus 36. Yeah. What did we get? 54 degrees. So if you really want, you can check. Add 54 to 36, what will we get? We will get 90. So 54 degrees and 36 degrees are complementary angles. Okay. Now 54 degrees, you can see it is there in the choice 4. So that is your correct answer. Is this clear to you? Okay. Let's see the next question. Which of the following is a reflex angle? Come on now, tell me, what is the definition of a reflex angle? I hope you can recall that. If you want to check if an angle is a reflex angle, you have to check if it is lying in between 180 degrees and 360 degrees. So the value, the measure of the angle must lie in between 180 degrees and 360 degrees. Now out of the given angles, tell me which of them is lying in between 180 and 360? Very good, it is 200 degrees. We know 90 degrees is a right angle. Yes. What about 120 degrees? It is an obtuse angle. 180 degrees, straight angle. So all of these three are ruled out. What is the correct answer? The answer is 200 degrees. So you can check if the measure is lying in between 180 degrees and 360 degrees, then the angle is a reflex angle. Okay, fine. Let's move ahead. The angle between the hours hand and the minutes hand of a clock at 6 o'clock is a and dash. The options are right angle, acute angle, straight angle and obtuse angle. Okay, so let us actually see what is given. It is being asked that the angle between the hours hand and the minutes hand. Okay, so let us actually write down. So what do you, here you have 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is how your clock looks, right? 7, 8, 9, 10 and 11. Okay, so this is where the center is. The angle between the hours hand and the minutes hand at 6 o'clock. At 6 o'clock what happens? Right here? Okay, what do you see? The hours hand and the minutes hand. What do you think is the angle between these two? These two form a straight line. Yes or no? Yes. So the angle in between them is 180 degrees, which is a straight angle. Isn't that easy? Just try to visualize your clock at 6 o'clock. How does it look? It looks somewhat like this. So that angle is a straight angle. You can see it is there in the choice 3. That is your correct answer. Okay, right. Let's move ahead. Which of the following pairs of angles are supplementary? Come on, tell me, what is the definition of supplementary angles? Yes, if the sum of two angles is equal to 180 degrees, then the angles are said to be supplementary, right? Okay. Now what do we have to check in the pairs of angles? We have to check if the sum of angles is equal to 180 degrees. Now 0 degrees plus 180 degrees. What do we get? Let us check from choice 1. 0 degrees plus 180 degrees. We are getting 180 degrees. Okay. So is this satisfying the criteria of supplementary angles? Yes. Okay. Next one. 90 degrees plus 90 degrees. What are we getting? 180 degrees. Okay. So again, is it satisfying? Yes, it is. Okay, let us check for the third option also. 120 degrees plus 60 degrees. What is 120 degrees plus 60 degrees? This is also 180 degrees. Yes, so you can see all the three pairs of angles given here, they satisfy the criterion for supplementary angles. So what should be your answer? It should be the choice 4. That is all of these. Is that true? Right? Okay, let's move ahead. Two lines AB and CD intersect at P. The number of pairs of adjacent angles formed is dash. The options are 2, 3, 4 and 6. Now what is given? There are two lines AB and CD. Okay, let us draw the lines first. The lines AB and then we have CD. Okay, they are said to intersect at the point P. We have to check the number of pairs of adjacent angles formed. Now what are adjacent angles? Can you tell me the definition of adjacent angles? We have learned that the angles must lie one beside the other, which means that they should have a common arm and the non-common arms should lie on either side of the common arm. Okay, and they should also have a point in common. Now from this figure, can you tell me how many pairs of adjacent angles that we can get? Let us start from here. Firstly, let us look at the angle BPC. Okay, this angle, it is sharing a common arm PC with the angle CPA. So then we have angle BPC and the angle CPA. Have a look, angle BPC, angle CPA. Next again, what do we have? Next again, let us consider angle CPA. Angle CPA and angle here, angle APD, right? Okay, next let us consider angle APD and then what is the adjacent angle to this? Angle DPB. Okay, next angle DPB and what other angle do we have? Angle BPC. Can you see that? Did we cover all of the angles? Yes, we did. Okay, so how many pairs can you see? You can see 1, 2, 3, 4 pairs of adjacent angles. And see, these are all the pairs that we have. Okay, 4 pairs of adjacent angles. You can see it is there in the choice 3. Is this clear to you? Okay, right. Let's see the next question. Match the entries in column A with that in column B. Okay, let us see that. In column A, we have some angles and here in column B, we have some measures of angles. We have to match the column A with column B. Okay, great. So what do we have here? Vertically opposite angles. Now, what do we know about vertically opposite angles? Vertical opposite angles have equal measures. Yes or no? Okay. So from the options, you have to check which of them are having equal measures. You can see 50 degrees and 50 degrees. They are equal, right? So vertical opposite angles are equal. So surely here the answer should be S. Okay. Next, supplementary angles. Okay, supplementary angles. Come on, tell me. 120. You see, supplementary angles is again the angles which have a sum equal to 180 degrees, right? Okay, so 120 degrees, 60 degrees. Yes, they're having a sum of 180 degrees. 30 and 60, no. 105 and 75, yes. Okay, so we have a tie between P and R. Okay, let us check if there is any other option which will help us. Okay, we'll leave this for a moment. Let us check for complementary angles. Complementary angles. Come on, tell me. The sum of the angles must be equal to 90 degrees. Okay, so P is not satisfying anyway. Look at Q, 30 degrees plus 60 degrees. Yes, that is equal to 90 degrees. So we can take this as Q. Now next, Linear pair angles whose difference is 30 degrees. Okay, linear pair angles means obviously the angles must be supplementary and the difference of the angles must also be equal to 30 degrees. Just have a look, we have a tie between P and R, right? Okay, 120 minus 60 is 60 degrees. So the difference is not 30 degrees. Okay, 105 minus 75 is 30 degrees. Very nice. So here the answer is R. Okay, and so here you will be left with P. SPQR. Is this clear to you? Yes? Let us now see the next category of questions, which is the understanding based questions. Okay, let's move ahead. Two angles 3x and 7x are supplementary to each other. Find the difference between the measures of the angles. First, tell me what is given in the question. It is given that there are two angles which are supplementary to each other, which means that the sum of the angles is equal to 180 degrees. Okay, we have to find the difference between the measures of the angles. Okay, so let us begin, right? What we can do here is firstly we'll use the property of supplementary angles, that is we can add both the angles and see that they are equal to 180 degrees, right? So 3x plus 7x is 180 degrees. 3x plus 7x is 10x. 10x is equal to 180 degrees. Tell me what is the value of x? X is equal to 180 degrees by 10, which is equal to 18 degrees. So what did we get? We got the value of x is equal to 18 degrees. We need to find the difference between the measures of the angles. Okay. So how will we find the difference? The difference is 7x minus 3x. Obviously 7x is greater than 3x. Don't you think so? Right? So 7x minus 3x is the difference. 7x minus 3x is given as 4x. Okay. Can we leave the answer here? No. We know the value of x. So we need to substitute that over here. Right. So 4 into 18 degrees. What is 4 into 18? It is 72. Yes. So 72 degrees is the difference between the measures of the angles. Is this clear? Okay. Right. Let's move ahead to the next question. Find the supplement of 50 degrees, 36 minutes and 52 seconds. Now this is another way of representation of an angle. Okay, we have degrees and a part of degrees is hours. Sorry, a part of degrees is minutes and a part of minutes is seconds. Okay, right. So what we need to here understand is 1 degree is equal to 60 minutes. Okay, 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. Please understand this. Okay, minute is represented by using only 1 bar and seconds is represented by using 2 bars. So what is it? 1 degree is 60 minutes, 1 minute is 60 seconds. Okay, right. Now we need to find the supplement of this angle 50 degree, 36 minutes and 52 seconds. How will we do that? What do we mean by with the supplement of this angle? Which means if you add any angle to this, you need to get 180 degrees. So what will that angle be? It will be the difference of 180 and this particular angle. Yes or no? Okay, so 180 degrees minus 50 degrees, 36 minutes and 52 seconds. Right. Now this 180 degrees also, let us express it with the help of minutes and seconds so that it will be able to, you'll be able to simplify this easily. So let us take an angle which is 1 less than 180 degrees, that is 179 degrees. All the others, that 1 degree we are going to represent using minutes and seconds. Okay, that is 60 minutes and 60 seconds. Not 60 seconds, 60 minutes, sorry, 59 minutes and 60 seconds. So 179 degrees, 59 minutes and 60 seconds is how we represent 180 degrees. Okay, right. Now find the difference 179 degree, 59 minutes, 60 seconds minus 50 degree, 36 minutes, 52 seconds. What do you get? You can subtract. 60 minus 52 is 8. Okay, 59 minus 36 is 23. 179 minus 50 is 129. So 129 degrees, 23 minutes and 8 seconds is the supplementary angle of 50 degrees, 36 minutes and 52 seconds. Is this clear? Right? So this is the answer. Let us move ahead. In the figure, T intersects two parallel lines P and Q. Find the measures of 4x minus 15 degrees and 3x minus 15 degrees. What is given here? This is a line T which is intersecting two parallel lines P and Q. So here it is given this P and Q are a pair of parallel lines. We need to find the measures of 4x minus 15 degrees and 3x minus 15 degrees. How can we do that? Now, can you tell me something about these angles? Have you actually noticed anything here? What are these two angles? What do we call them? They are called the interior angles on the same side of the transversal, or there is another name that can be given to them, that is they are co-interior angles. I am repeating it. These are interior angles on the same side of the transversal, or we can also call them as co-interior angles. Right? Okay. Now what did we learn? When you have a pair of parallel lines and there are interior angles on the same side of the transversal, we have learned that these angles are supplementary. Yes or no? Okay. So what should we do? You should add these two angles and equate it to 180 degrees. Right? So 4x minus 15 plus 3x minus 15 is equal to 180 degrees. 4x plus 3x is 7x. Okay. Minus 15 minus 15 is minus 30. 7x minus 30 is equal to 180 degrees. Next, what are we going to do? We shall send this minus 30 onto the right hand side. So 7x is equal to 180 plus 30. That gives us 210 degrees. Now tell me, how can we find the value of x? X is equal to 210 by 7. 210 by 7 is 30 degrees. So x is equal to 210 by 7, which is equal to 30 degrees. Now what do we need to find? We need to find the measures of 4x minus 15 and 3x minus 15. Now how can we do that? We know the value of x. Can we just substitute and find the answer? Yes, we can do that. Okay. So 4x minus 15 degrees. So 4 into 30 minus 15 degrees. So 4 into 30 is 120. 120 minus 15. Okay. 120 minus 15 degrees. How much is it? It is 105 degrees. Okay. Next, 3x minus 15 degrees. 3 into 30 minus 15. That is 90 degrees minus 15 degrees. That is how much? 75 degrees. So what is this? This angle is 105 degrees and this angle is 75 degrees. That's it. Okay. Right. Next, let's move ahead to the next question. In the figure, L is parallel to M and R is parallel to T. They intersect at P, Q, R and S as shown in the given figure. Find the measures of angle SPQ and angle PSR. Okay, what is given here? Firstly, it is given that L is parallel to M. That is, these two are parallel to each other. They are a pair of parallel lines. Okay, R is parallel to T. R is parallel to T. They are intersecting at P, Q, R and S. Find the measures of angle SPQ, that is this angle, and angle PSR and this angle. That is what we need to find. Okay, so how can we begin? Come on, tell me, is there any way in which we can find the value of x? Just have a look, angle P and angle Q. What are these two angles? Here it is given that R is parallel to T. So these two angles are the interior angles on the same side of the transversal. That is, they are also called as the co-interior angles. Yes? Okay, so let us add both the angles and equate it to 180 degrees. What do we get? 22x plus 15 plus 9x plus 10 is equal to 180 degrees. Great. 22x plus 9x gives us how much? 31x. 15 plus 10 is 25. This 25 can be sent on to the right hand side. That gives us 180 degrees minus 25 degrees. 31x is equal to 180 minus 25. What is 180 minus 25? It is 155 degrees. Okay. 31x is equal to 155 degrees. Can you tell me what is the value of x? X is equal to how much? 155 by 31. 31 5s are 155. So we get x is equal to 5 degrees. Fine. Now what did we get? Here we have to find the measures of angle SPQ and angle PSR. Angle SPQ is 22x plus 15 degrees. Okay. So with the help of this, can we find here, since we have the value of x, can we find this 22x plus 15? Yes, I really think we can. Okay, so angle P is equal to 22 into 5 plus 15 degrees. 22 into 5 is 110. 110 plus 15 is 125. Great. So this angle SPQ is 125 degrees. Right. Next we need to find the angle PSR. Come on, now you should be able to tell me this, because we have used this concept an n number of times till now. If you can see here, these two lines L and M are parallel to each other. R is acting as a transversal. What are these two angles, QPS and angle PSR? Yes, they are interior angles on the same side of the transversal, or we are also calling them as co-interior angles, right? So now how can we find this angle S? We can find it by subtracting 180 from, by subtracting 125 from 180, right? So 180 minus 125 gives us how much? It gives us 55 degrees. Is that fine? Yes, so this angle is 55 degrees. I hope this is clear to you. Okay, let's move ahead. Let us now look at the next category of questions, which are the practice questions. Okay, now I really hope you are clear with all the basics, test your basics and application based questions. Now I really want you to answer all the practice based questions along with me. Okay, fine. Let's move ahead into the first question. In the figure, PA is parallel to QB. If AT and BS intersect at C, then find angle ACS. What is given here in this figure? This PA is given parallel to QB, and this AT and BS, they are intersecting at a point called C. We need to find this angle ACS. Okay, so this is the angle ACS that needs to be found. How can we do that? Come on, have a look at the question, think about it and tell me the answer. Is there any way here? We are just having the concept of parallel lines. We know which pairs of angles are equal and which pairs of angles are supplementary, right? Now with that knowledge, we should be able to solve this. Now one clue here is PA is parallel to QB. Now, would it have been better if there was a line parallel to these two lines AP and BQ? Would that help us in any way? Have a look at the question and tell me this now. If there was a line which is parallel to both AB and AP and BQ, you can see here we have the line MN which can be drawn both parallel to AP and BQ. Right, now with the help of this, can you help me solve this question? What happens here? Firstly, we know AP is parallel to MN. Okay, so angle angle PAC will be equal to which angle? It should be equal to the angle ACM. Don't you think so? This angle, right? So what is this angle ACM now? Yes, it is equal to 50 degrees. Similarly, look on to this side, tell me. Angle QBC will be equal to angle BCM. Very good. What is this angle now? This angle will give us 55 degrees. What is the angle that we need to find? We need to find this angle ACS. How can we find it? Have a look at the figure. You can see BCS is a straight line, right? Okay, so when BCS is a straight line, the sum of the angles is equal to 180 degrees. You can see angle ACB is totally how much? It is 105 degrees. 50 degrees plus 55 degrees is 105 degrees. So out of 180 degrees, one part is 105 degrees. What is the other part? The other part will be equal to 75 degrees. That's it. That's how easy it is to solve this question, right? Okay, so what did we do here? Let us have a small recap. Okay, so firstly, this was the figure given to you. We did not have the line MN. Okay, we just needed to find the angle ACS. Whenever you see a pair of parallel lines and you can see there are two lines extending from the parallel lines which are intersecting at a point. Okay, if you want to find the angles at this point, you can actually draw a line which is parallel to both the lines. Okay, so what is happening here? Because of that, this AC and BS, they become transversals. So you will be able to find any angles around that with the help of the concepts we have already learned. So what did we do here? Angle PAC is equal to angle ACM. Here this angle will be 50 degrees. Great, because they are alternate interior angles. Okay, angle QBC will be equal to the angle BCM here, because again they are alternate interior angles. Sum of these two angles gives us 105 degrees. What is the angle we need to find? We need to find this angle. Can you see that angle BCA and angle ACS, they form a linear pair? Yes. Come on. So tell me, what is this angle? 180 degrees minus 105 degrees. That is nothing but 75 degrees. Wasn't that simple? Yes? Okay. Let's move ahead. In the given figure, angle A is equal to 40 degrees, angle 3 is equal to 60 degrees, PQ is parallel to AB. Find the other angles mentioned in the figure. Okay. So what is given here? This angle A is given as 40 degrees. Angle 3, this is given equal to 60 degrees, and also this PQ is parallel to AB. We have to find the other angles which are mentioned in the figure. How can we do that? Okay, have a look at the figure. Come on, you should be able to tell me this answer very easily. Okay, first thing, PQ is parallel to AB, AC is acting as a transversal. Now, what is the alternate interior angle to angle A? Yes, it is angle 1. Great. So this angle 1 is nothing but 40 degrees. Have a look. Angle PCA is equal to the angle CAB. These are alternate interior angles. Okay. Similarly, have a look here. PQ is parallel to AB. BC is acting as a transversal. Tell me here, angle QCB, it is equal to angle CBA. Again here, these are alternate interior angles. Okay. Now what is the other angle that is remaining here? Other angle remaining here is angle 2. Okay, now how can we find that? Come on, have a good look at the figure. Tell me. We know PCQ is a straight line. So what about these three angles? These three angles will be equal to 180 degrees. That is, the sum of these three angles will be equal to 180 degrees. Out of that, two angles are 60 and 40. So this angle should be 180 minus of 60 plus 40. Great. Okay. 60 plus 40 is 100. 180 minus 100 is 80 degrees. Very good. So this angle is 80 degrees. Now, did we get all the unknown angles in the figure? Yes. Okay. So generally, some of you may have got scared when you looked at the figure where you saw a triangle. Okay, that we do not know anything about a triangle. How can we solve this? But the data that is given to us here is PQ is parallel to AB. That is a boon enough for us to find all of the angles very easily. Okay, so thus we have found all the angles which are mentioned in the figure. I really hope this is clear to you. Thank you for watching the session. I really hope you have enjoyed the session thoroughly.